Revelation 1 verse 15 The mark of the Bronze Age. Revelation 1 verse 15. His feet were like burnished bronze when it has been heated to a glow in a furnace, and his voice was like the sound of many waters.
To understand the book of Revelation, a person must know the book of Daniel. Unlike Revelation, the book of Daniel is historical and also spiritually prophetic. The nation of Israel does not exist in Daniel. The Lord allowed Babylonians to overtake it and take the Israelites captive. The Babylonians took the wise young men of Israel because a mind is a terrible thing to waste. Daniel chapter 3 helps a child of God understand why the feet of Jesus are bronze in Revelation 1:15. King Nebuchadnezzar was told by Daniel in chapter 2 that his empire is great. So out of arrogance Nebuchadnezzar ordered a golden statue be made in his image. King Nebuchadnezzar declares a command that all people of Babylonian have to obey. Whoever refuses will burn to death in a fiery furnace. A sound was made soon after the golden statue was made for all Babylonians to kneel and worship. 3 Hebrew boys refused to obey. King Nebuchadnezzar was very angry and demanded the fiery furnace be made even hotter than it already was. The 3 Hebrew boys would rather die of pain than disobey God's command not to worship or kneel before any other god.
Daniel 3:16 Shadrach, Meshach and Abednego replied to the king, O Nebuchadnezzar, we do not need to give you an answer concerning this matter. 17 If it be so, our God whom we serve is able to deliver us from the furnace of blazing fire, and he will deliver us out of your hand, O king. 18 But even if he does not, let it be known to you, O king, that we are not going to serve your gods or worship the golden image that you have set up.
Without delay, the 3 young men were cast into the fiery furnace with their hands tied up. The Lord could have raptured Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, but he did not. The Lord did not rescue Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego from their fiery tribulation, but he joined them. Their bodies did not burn, nor did their clothes. Only the ropes that had their hands tied up. King Nebuchadnezzar saw 4 inside the fiery furnace and recognized the 4th as the Son of God. That day, Jesus Christ Lord Almighty showed King Nebuchadnezzar that his power was no match for God.
Daniel 3:24 Then King Nebuchadnezzar was astonished, and he rose in haste and spoke, saying to his counselors, Did we not cast 3 men bound into the midst of the fire? They answered and said to the king, True, O king. 25 Look. He answered, I see 4 men loose, walking in the midst of the fire, and they are not hurt, and the form of the 4th is like the Son of God.
The Holy Bible declares Jesus Christ is the truth, and obeying his word is the way to everlasting life. He died on the cross and defeated death. His Father could have raptured him from the cross, but he did not. Many Roman citizens turned to Jesus when they saw Christians die horrible deaths with such bravery. False prophetic lies exist because of fear. Out of fear, many Hebrews kneel and worship a Babylonian god. In Daniel chapter 3, only 3 Hebrew boys did not fear losing their temporary worldly lives because they knew the Lord would help them overcome death to everlasting life. What tribulation do you fear? You could suffer and die in your temporary life, or you could burn a fiery furnace of hell for eternity. God bless you. The consuming fire. Jesus Christ loves you, and so do I. His bondservant Samuel Jerry Head.
Isaiah 43:1 But now thus says the Lord, He who created you, O Jacob, He who formed you, O Israel, fear not, for I have redeemed you, I have called you by name, you are mine. 2 When you pass through the waters, I will be with you, and through the rivers, they shall not overwhelm you. When you walk through fire you shall not be burned, and the flame shall not consume you.